So let's dive directly into our agenda today. So we're going to talk about the last notification features that went out this past few months. You might have seen them through, for instance, the release notes that you receive every month. If you don't receive them, don't hesitate to contact your customer success manager. Those are emails that we send every month, every second Wednesday of the month, if possible, where we talk about the last features that went out and what can interest you and what you can deploy on your territories. So you might have seen all these features, notification features on these release notes, but we wanted to present them to you directly through a demo. Then we will talk about the waiting list, and finally we will end with a live demo on our demo interfaces. So let's talk directly about notification channel preferences.
So the first feature notification we developed is the notification channel preferences. Several use cases motivated the development of this feature, including the following one. The fact that a user could not check their email on their phone and therefore could not read the notification sent by email when they are not at home. This is an issue for notifications like booking reminder warns of potential delays, which aims to converse the user's trip with the pickup location, drop-off location, etc., with a potential delay. And in this case, you'd like to give them updates by push or SMS. So you want to send them notifications by push, SMS, or both. So now it's totally possible with this feature. So as you might know, there are 3 channels that are available to send notifications to user. Email, push notification, that are message directly sent from the app of the user, and the SMS that are available or not depending on the contract you have with Padam. So it's now possible for you to define the notification channel you want to enable for users on their booking website account and on their user app. So with the use case presented just before, you'd like to solve the problem, the fact that a user can check their email on their phone by activating the push notifications and SMS channels. So in this way, they will see these two channels displayed and available on their booking website account and user app. And then they will choose their preferred channel, so either text messages or push notification or both. There is no maximum number of activated channels, which means that if you activate the 3 notification channel, user can totally activate the 3 of them. However, there is a minimum, and users are not able to deactivate the 3 channels. So if they want to deactivate the 3 channel, an error message will be displayed informing them that the handling is not possible and that at least 1 channel must be activated and must be chosen. So the good thing with this feature is that on one hand, you now have complete control over the notification channel you want to offer to users. And on the other hand, users have more freedom with their notification. But once again, depending on the notification you chose before with the project manager. So do not hesitate to contact your project manager to activate this feature.
Thank you. Then we're going to talk about notifications sent by batch to user and drivers. Maybe you already have used this feature, but it still can be interesting to present that to you. So here the use case is that you have a hazard on your itinerary that forces you to cancel all your bookings for a storm, for instance, that is so violent that you have to stop all your services. So you want to notify all users involved that your service is not going to run today, and you want to notify your driver to return the vehicle to the car park. Now, what is interesting is that you can do that directly from your management interface. You don't have to go through another type of mean like your phone or anything else. You can notify drivers directly from your management interface to their app, and they will receive a notification via push. You can notify your users also, and they will receive the message through the channel choice that you set up before. So this notification sent from your management interface, they are considered as alert messages. So you have one section that is called alert. So when you choose which type of channel they have available, and then they choose which one they prefer, this notification that you will send from the management interface will be received through the channel they chose. So email or notification or push or whatever, depends on their choice. So what they choose. So this is why those features are linked and thought out together. And what is interesting also here is that this feature allows you to segment the users that will be notified. What I mean by that is that you will be able to choose the users either by name or by service or by something else. I hope you can see it from my screen here on the screenshot, but if don't worry, because when we're going to the demo at the end of this presentation, I will show you how you can segment your users. Here, why it's interesting and why we think we thought about this feature is that we want to improve your hazard management without you having to change and switch tools. And so you have everything that you need directly on your management interface, and you can reach your different targets.
And now the last notification feature is the customization of notification templates. So here again, a quick use case would be that PADAM default notification does not suit you. And in this case, you'd like to modify the text and the template of the notification. So now again, if you activate this feature with your project manager, you will have a new page from your management interface. You could see it on the screen, and we will go into detail during the demo. On this page, there are 3 notification channels that you can modify: the email, the push notification, and the SMS. SMS, again, depend on the contract you have with PADAM. There are 2 important parameters on this page. Here it's a quick explanation before the demo. The first parameter is the scope. You can select the scope where your modification will be taken into account. So either your entire service or one of your territories. So you can choose whether your change are to be applied to notifications sent to your service or to a single territory in particular. The second important parameter is, of course, the choice of notification. So you will be able to select the notification you wish to modify, and I show you more in detail during the demo the list of the notification you have access. And an important point as well is now the possibility to modify the default translation proposed by PADAM. So you have another parameter named languages. So if you have a territory to which you send notification in other languages, you can also make modification and change the translation proposed by PADAM. So now with this feature, you fully manage the notifications content and template, and you can customize the text of your notification based on your needs and your target. So feel free to contact your project manager here again to activate this feature on your management interface.
Yes, exactly. And the overview. So what we did is that we presented all those features during our emails, like the release note. And we also sent out an email, kind of a recap email, where we explained all of this in a specific email. And we did in the specific email a little video where you have all this type of information and the screenshots and screen recording. So if you want to take a look at it, we added here on the slides, because we will send you an email after this webinar. So you will receive one first automatic email from Livestorm with the recording of this webinar, but also here we will send you the slides, so you might take a look at them again. And we added here the video. It might still be interesting to see for you the interfaces, or use it to share knowledge with your coworkers or everything like that. So don't mistake, we just added here. And of course, I think it's gonna start running when I click. Yeah, here. Next slide, yes. Now the last feature I wanted to present to you before the demo is the waiting list. The waiting list is a feature that were really requested by a lot of users, and this is the first version we developed to answer your needs. The use case is quite well known and simple, is that your service is congested and there is no vehicle that can serve users' trip requests. So all your vehicles are fully booked, for instance, and your users cannot find a suitable trip. You want to offer them a seat if one becomes available on the same time slot. So you want them to be able to join a waiting list and wait for this seat if someone else cancels. So this is why we developed this waiting list feature. I will explain to you how it works and then demo a bit. But first, you have to understand that there are three interfaces that have an impact on this feature. First, the first interface is the booking interface, booking website, because this feature is available only on the booking website for now. So the first is the booking website, and it gives you what the user sees. The second one is the management interface. It gives you what the operator sees and how the operator can manage this waiting list requests. And the third interface is the admin interface that allows you to parameter this feature. And this admin interface is managed by the customer success manager. And if you want to activate this waiting list on your territory, you will have to contact your customer success manager. So maybe Antoine or Sarah, or maybe even your sales. For instance, Pranav, I don't know. You can contact someone from Padam with whom you have a privileged contact and set up. They will prepare everything to set up this feature. So why I'm talking about all these interfaces is because, like, first, when you are a user, you are going to do search requests. So here we did this on a demo territory, which is a French one. But here is where they're going from to another place. They say that they want to leave at 10. So the departure time is 10 on Sunday for 4 people. So this is what the search request. But there is not an error message displaying saying that all the buses are committed to other journeys and they cannot serve the trip request. And here, if you activate the waiting list, this model under this will appear. This model will allow you it will give the information needed to your users, which are first, if a seat becomes available, they will receive a booking confirmation. And they can always cancel the booking at any time if it does not suit them anymore. So for instance, if your user joined the waiting list, but then they found another way of another mean of transport, they can always cancel the booking there. And you find them a trip, then they can always cancel. And if they don't receive, we don't find them a seat, they also will be notified through a notification saying that there were no seat available for them. But what is interesting also is that we say that we will do our best to find you a ride that meets the following criteria: departure between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. So this follows the principle of DRT, which is quite flexible, to serve and to serve the most customers and to be able to group customers together, etc. So you have a certain flexibility. Here, this parameter allows you to go into that flexibility or not. So as you know, your user, they can say if they want to leave at some place or leave at some time or arrive at some time. So this is the departure or arrival time, and we guarantee it. So this one doesn't move, and the other one can move. Here, what the criteria means is that you can set up with your customer success manager kind of a delay between this departure time or after this departure time, or again, before this arrival time or after this arrival time. You can set up this with your customer success manager and say that, okay, I want quite some flexibility with the proposals I will be able to make when someone joins the waiting list. So I will be able to propose a departure time 30 minutes before or after what they requested. For instance, here on my example, the user requested 10 a.m. To leave at 10 a.m. We see that the departure is between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. So there is no delay before the departure. So the customer success manager did not set up a delay before the departure. They say that it's from 10 a.m., but they say until 10:30 a.m. So the departure delay for the departure time is 30 minutes after the requested time. And you can set up this for before departure, after, before arrival, and after also. You can still talk with your CSM about this to have more clarity, but it's just to give you a view of how you can set up this parameter. So going back to your user joining the waiting list, they will be able to see on their upcoming rides the waiting list requests. They will have their rides, and then one of the rides there is a tag saying that it's requested, it's pending, it's on the waiting list. They'll have the option to cancel this waiting list request if they want to. And if they receive a new seat, they will be able to cancel it as well. There is a parameter also that you can set up in admin that allows you to decide the insertion day limit. So how many days before people cannot join the waiting list anymore. So 1 day before, 3 days before, or 0, and then they can join the waiting list until the moment they cannot cancel anymore. So you have some flexibility around the setting up of this feature. So this is what the user sees. I told you about what you have to set up with the CSM, but what appears to you as operators is on a management interface. And this we will demo right after. But what is important to know is that all the waiting list bookings are displayed in the management interface, either in the section that's called pending, that is under, or either in the Gantt chart. We will show you this. And then you can insert those pending bookings either one by one or by batch, because we also released not long ago, I think 3 or 4 months ago, the possibility to insert bookings by batch, either from stock or now from your section pending. Here, really, your two objectives here are to give more access to more users to your services and to limit the amount of empty seats in your vehicle. If you have cancellations and you cannot, and you want to give those seats to. Here, the objective is to lower your refusal rate and to have a better grouping rate. And we would like to see if this answers to your needs. So I hope this is clear. And here now we're going to go through the demo part. We will first demo the notifications sent by batch to users and drivers, then the models of notification, and we'll finish by the waiting list. So here I have a demo interface I use, so it's a zone that we use for demo, and I'm on a service that's upcoming the Monday, 17th of June. I'm going to my operate page. Sorry. And you have here, you see a service with some bookings. So it's fake bookings that were made especially for this webinar. What you can see directly from your operate page is that directly from your operate page, where you spend most of your time, you can send notifications. You can send a notification to your driver, that is here, through this small envelope here. And you see it's starting to be dark gray, so it means that I can click on it, and then I can directly contact my driver. So here's Mike and Nguyen. Type a message and a text and validate. I can do the same for my users. So see that for now, no user is selected. So if I try to click on the envelope, it doesn't work. I have to select some users, so either one or all of them. And then I can click on this small envelope that becomes dark gray. And if I click on this, I have all my users already selected for me, and I can select the title and the subject. So if we take back our use case, we said that there is a storm, so all services DRT cancelled. This is the title of my message. So here you see it's too long. So I have error message that said that it's too long, and I have to make it smaller. So DRT cancelled then, and then I respect the number of characters that we need. Because of storm, all DRT cancelled, and here I have wrote my message, and I can just validate. And here my notification has been sent, and all my users received a notification with my message. If I want to take a look at the notification, I go to this communication section at the left of your screen, and now you have notifications here that appears. And in your notification, you have a history of all the notifications that you sent out before. For instance, here, this one is the one I just sent out before. Here are other ones I used for other demos before. And this is to the customers, you see. And the number of recipients also is shown here. You can do the same for your driver. So if you select your driver, you can see the history of the messages sent out to your drivers. You can segment this. If you go to here, you can click on a new notification and you have the same process. You can create a new notification. But here, you can select if you want to segment by customers, by shift, or by service. So if it's by customer and you know the name of your customers, you know that you want to contact Joanna. And you want to contact, I don't know, maybe Ines, for instance. And here you have the two users you want to contact. And then the process is the same. But you might want to contact all the users from a shift. So here I'm going to shift, and then I have to enter the ID of the shift to be able to contact my users. So if you know the ID of your shift, you just write the ID of the shift. So I wrote mine. It's 62027. And here you see the number of shift appears. I just click, and I have all the users concerned by this shift that appear. So this is the people who will be contacted here. But maybe you want to contact all the users from a whole day, from a whole service. So you can do exactly the same from the service. If you don't know where to find the ID of the service or the ID of the shift, I will show you this quite quickly. So on the monitoring page, I'm going to go on Monday because it was the Monday service. And here you see you have the number of the shift that interests you. But if you want to have the number of the service, you also can go to supply services. I like to activate the next 7 days services, so you have better visibility. And you see here, I want the service of Monday, and you have another ID of service. You just click on it. If you have multiple shifts on a service, this might be interesting if you want to contact the people from the whole day. And then you just copy and paste and do the exact same manipulation. So through service, I paste my number, and then all my users are directly selected. And then I can prepare a message and my text and send it.
So for the customization of notification template, if you activate this feature with your project manager, you will have a new page here in communication section named templates. So when I click on it, we can see the same page we've just seen before in the slide with the three important parameters and then the three notification template you can modify. So for the scope, it's here where you can choose whether the changes you make will be taken into account to notifications sent to your entire demand responsive transport service or to a specific territory of your service. So here, by clicking on the left, TAD, it's a DRT in French, but our screen is in French. So it will be for your entire service, and on the right for a specific territory. So here, my specific territory is named Zone 2. But for your management interface, of course, it will be customized with the name of your territories. So if you have several territories in your service, to choose the one you want to change, you will need to select the territory in the margin on the left. So here, when you click on the little cross, you have all the territory you have, and you need to select the one you want to add changes, and it will be possible for you to click on the right button to select the territory you want. And you will then be able to add any modification you want to add. The second important parameter is the notification. So if you click on the little cross here, you have all the lists of the notification and the notifications you can modify. So for instance, booking reminder delay, pickup time confirmation, and so on. The important things is that if you click on notification, for instance, booking reminder delay, you have a quick sentence here to give you more information of the notification purpose. So here, booking reminder delay, you have booking reminder once of potential delays. So you're sure that you don't misclick and you choose the right notification you want to select and modify. So let's say I want to modify the booking reminder delay. I just have to select first the scope, DRT, all of your service or a specific territory, and then the notification you want to modify, of course. So here it's in zone 2, and the notification is booking reminder delay. So now I can modify the email template, the push notification template, and the SMS. So let's start with the email template. Here you have a small button, create custom template on zone 2. It's written on zone 2 because previously we chose zone 2 territory, but if we click on DRT, it's written DRT. So it's a quick reminder as well for the scope you chose before. So I just need to click on this button to modify the email template. So I click on it, and I have a new page where I can add any modification I want. So I can modify the title and the subject of the mail, and I can modify the text of my email as well. So you can do whatever you want. You can put some text in bold, in italic, you can underline the text as well, strike through. You can do whatever you want. But you have to think about one thing. It's the placeholder. So what is the placeholders? The placeholder will enable the notification to adapt to the context in which it's used. For instance, the name of users, to set the right time for the pickup time and the drop-off time. So for instance, if I want to modify it and I want to say, good morning, Joanna Perez, to allow the notification to adapt to the context and here to Joanna Perez, I need to copy-paste the placeholders in the text. So how do I do? It's really simple. I just need to click on the placeholder I want to insert in the text. So here is the user first name. So by clicking on the placeholder, is automatically pasted. So here you have a little message copied. And then I go back in the text box and I just copy it. And I do the same thing for user last name because the user last name here is Perez. It's totally normal. If it's not quite the same here, you can see they are like square brackets, but it's because it is how it's coding for our computer. And here we decided to write it really simply so it's easier to understand. And thanks to this placeholder, the notification will send "Good morning, Joanna Perez," adapted to the context you send the notification. So you must think of it. It's really important for the notification. An important point as well if you have a marketing team and if they prefer to modify the HTML, it's also possible by clicking on this button here, HTML mode. And you have access to the HTML of the email, and you can add a modification and do whatever you want as well within the HTML mode. And once you're satisfied and you're pleased with the modification you've had, you just have to click on the same button you clicked before, Create Custom Template on DRT. And when you click on it, you have a pop-up, the operation was successfully completed, so you're sure that you saved all the modification you've done. It's the same process for the push notification and for the SMS. So if we click here to modify the push notification template, we have a page as well to modify the title, the subtitle, and the text. Here, you have to be careful with the number of characters. You don't have to exceed, but do not worry. If you exceed the number of characters, here for instance, the box appears in red and it's impossible for you to save the modification. So it won't be possible for you to forget the number of characters. So for the title subject, the subtitle, and the text, and here again, you need to copy paste the placeholders as well in the text box. And again, you just have to click on the same button you clicked before, Create Custom Template, and same pop-up, the operation was successfully completed. And it's the same here for the SMS. The last thing is the language. So as I told you before, it's possible for you to modify the translation proposed by Padam. So if you have, I don't know, bilingual territory in Spanish, in Danish, German, whatever you want, it's possible for you to modify the notification. So if I click on the Spanish one, you have the notification displayed in Spanish, and you can proceed in the same way by clicking on the button and do whatever you want with the notification.
I just opened another tab here, so we have better view. Here I'm on Sunday, June 16th, and this is my operate page. We have also a service for this Sunday, and you see we have some small bookings on a new line on your Gantt chart that is called pending booking. So here it means that you already set up the waiting list with your project manager, and you have it's already available for your users, and the users already made some requests. Here is how it appears to you. So either through this line on your Gantt chart or through this section that is called Book Pending that will appear if you activate the waiting list. Then you have all the pending requests and you have all the information linked to this pending requests that are on the waiting list. You have the status, when it was created, so when did the user made the the booking request, the due date. The due date is when it will expire, and the user will receive an email saying that no seat was found for them. The requested time, and also the time restriction type is linked with what I said, like if the user requested a specific departure time or a specific arrival time. So here we see that they wanted to arrive around 1 p.m. Here they wanted to depart around 3:55 p.m., etc. So you have all this information. and then the stops and the users who made the request. If you want to add, and then like from this pending booking, you see that your service actually is here, it's available, it's empty, so maybe you added a new shift that allows you to insert these pending requests. You can just select this booking and insert it directly through drag and drop into the service you want to insert. Then this model appears and they propose to you a new hour for the shift, and you can just insert it. Or every time when you insert it, it might take some time. Here you see, we notice that your booking is already inserted, but it's still on this line. I suggest you just to refresh the page and then it disappears. It's a small bug of display that we already noted, and I wanted to tell you that we saw it and we're trying to fix it really quickly, but just to refresh the page and then everything appears clear. Your pending request is now a real booking, and it means that your user just received an email saying that their booking is confirmed. So this is when you want to just drag and drop the bookings and deal with them one by one. But maybe you want to insert all the bookings at the same time. And what I suggest here to do is that to use the same procedure as insertion by batch. So what I will show to you works also if you have bookings on hold. So if you put bookings on hold and then you want to reinsert them, it works also. But here we will do it for the pending bookings. So all these bookings, pending bookings, I want to insert them in this new shift that I created to allow more users to be transported. So I just select either them one by one, or once again, either all of them through this small tick box, and all my bookings are here selected, and then I clicked on insert. And then here my model will think, and the algorithm will run and try to insert all those bookings directly in my service. So here you see it's quite easy. It respects the constraints and it inserts the booking when they need to be done. I'm satisfied with this proposition and I just insert it. It runs also a bit. It can be more or less long depending on how full is your service, I guess. And then all my bookings are inserted here. I refresh again, and you see this clears my pending booking line on the Gantt chart. I have no pending request anymore because I inserted all of them, and they're all present on my shift. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.